Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So in the series, the next question that we're going to see is a very simple question, a very basic question, which is to find the last index of 1. Now before starting with the question, to all the people who like my videos and they see my videos but they do not subscribe to my channel, so please don't do that and do subscribe to the channel. And in case if you want short notes for whatever I upload, or if you want the code that I write, so you can find them on my Instagram handle or on my GitHub account. I'll leave the links in the description box. And if you guys have any doubts or if you want me to solve any particular question of yours, then do tell me about it and leave a comment in the comment section with hashtag code my question. I'll surely help you with it. Now, coming to the question that we're going to see is that we are given a string that consists of only zeros and ones, and we are to print the last index of 1 that is present in it. So basically, we have suppose a string, suppose is this, and the index is a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And as we know that that in coding the indexes start from 0. So if such is an input, so we need to give output as 6 because the index for the last one is 6. Now as input we are given some test cases, suppose 5, so we'll have 5 strings given to us, and for each string we'll have to print the last index of 1. And if in case there are no ones present, so we'll have to print -1 on the screen, that is without quotes. Now, let's see over here the first approach of this question. Now, a very naive approach will be that we are going to traverse as in from the left hand side, and we are going to see if it is 1. So, no, it is not 1. It is a 0. So, we don't require this index. So, we jump to the next index. This is also 0. This is again 0. Again 0. Now when we come over here, so at index 4 we find a 1. Now this could possibly be our last one. Now how do we know this is our last one or not? We can only know that this is our last one or not when we can traverse the rest of the array. So what we're going to do is we are going to temporarily save this index, and we'll move further, and if in case some other one comes up, so we are going to simply update the index, otherwise we are going to simply return the index 4. Now my index has 4 in it. Now next we have 0. Next we come to index 5, which has 0. So we don't do anything to this. We move to the next one. Now on index 6 we have 1 over here. So we are going to update this, make it as 6, and we are going to move further. Now when we go over here, so we find that our string is empty over here, so we are not going to do anything else, and we are going to simply return 6. So for this particular input, we'll have our output as 6. So this is how our code will look like. Initially, I've initialized the index as -1 because if in case no index is found, so we'll have to return -1. And then we are going to traverse through all the string, and we are going to simply check if at the current index we have 1s, we are going to update it. Otherwise, we are going to do nothing, and we are going to simply move to the next index. And after we are done all of this, we are going to simply return the value in the index variable. Now, suppose if my string was like this, so index was initially set at -1. This is -1. So over here, this is not 1, so nothing gets updated. Then we go over here. Again, nothing is updated. Over here, nothing is updated. Again, over here, nothing is updated. And then we reach at the end of the string. So when we return index, so it has -1, and hence -1 is returned as no 1 is present in my string. Now talking about the time complexity will be order of n because we are just traversing our whole string just for once, and the space complexity is order of 1, which is constant because we are we are just using extra space for index or just to call my function, and no other space is being used. So my space is constant and the time complexity is of linear order. Now let's look at a better approach. Now if we talk about the asymptotic time complexity for the next approach, it will be same, but when we see it logically, so it will be much better. It is a little more efficient method. So let's see the next method. So over here, what we do is, instead of traversing from left to right, we are going to traverse from right to left. And as soon as we encounter 1, we are going to simply return the index, because there is no need to test before there is no need to look before this one, because this will surely be the last one, or the last index of 1, where like the last index where 1 is present. So what over here we are doing is that we are going from last to the first element, and in case if we find a 1, we are simply returning it, and in case if we do not find anything, we are returning -1. Now over here I've used index, but there is no need. You can simply return -1 here as well. So the time complexity for this will be order of 1, and space complexity will be the time complexity will be order of n, and space complexity will be order of 1. But this is a slight more efficient way of doing the question. So these were the two methods. So I'll just quickly show you, like, over here on the Geeks for Geeks panel. So over here what I have done is, first I'm doing this in Java. So over here I have just used scanner in order to read my inputs, and for the test, first I'm reading my test cases, then I am iterating for all my test cases, I'm reading each string, and I'm printing my answer. Now over here I've used this particular function, this is not a very necessary function over here. I'll just toggle in between my approach 1 and approach 2. So this approach 1 is moving from left to right, and the approach 2 is from right to left. Okay, so I'll just show you both of them. So when I using approach 1 and I submit it, so it has passed and it is taking time of 0.96. Now when I use my approach 2, so you will see that it will take a slightly less time. See over here we can see that it has taken a little less time. Also this execution time is not really reliable, because it depends upon several factors. But yes, the second approach is more efficient than the first approach. So this was all for today's video. If you like my video, then do hit the like button, and you can share it across with your friends. Thank you.